Is it just me, or does Hunter x Hunter have the best voice actors and voice actresses of like any anime? I don't know how many times I've said this now, but I'll say it again. This time with Knob's performance, it was just like remarkable. The voice actor that did Knob's performance in this episode was just brilliant. When he was petrified there, I can really feel like, yo, this character was truly petrified. And I love when I get to say that, because when the voice actors, because this is Japanese at the end of the day, so a lot of times you're just going along listening, and you kind of just are in the zone, so you don't really pay attention necessarily to the performance itself. When the performance is that impactful to the point where it stands out, and I'm like, yo, he's really making me feel this moment, that is fucking epic. And Knob's voice actors just did it brilliantly. He was just truly in the zone, and it really got me into the moment, so good shit on that aspect. This episode, for the most part, wasn't as big as some of the previous episodes. It didn't cover as much ground, necessarily. For the most part, we got the Knob pretty much putting up the checkpoints, and I don't even think he could have done what he wanted to do. I think he wanted to get as close as possible, but he was just so petrified after feeling, and I think that was only what he felt was Neferpito. I don't even think necessarily that was the king. It might have been a combination of all of them, I don't know, but I think that was just Neferpito, because when he was petrified behind that rock, he was just like, oh my god, and we kept seeing like flashes of Neferpito only, and pretty much him comparing it to like when Gon and Killua met up with Neferpito. So if that was only Neferpito's aura that he felt, and he was going crazy, the king, imagine the king. That is like right there foreshadowing and a half of like, if he's just petrified there of Neferpito's aura, then the king's aura is just even more ferocious than ever. And at the same time, it's like, you know, one could say, oh, Knob is a fucking pussy, the way he was acting, this and that. But one could also argue that Knob is a fucking brilliant man to feel that way about the power, because at the end of the day, look what Neferpito did to Kite. Don't forget about what she did to Kite, or he did to Kite, whatever, you know. There's always arguments back and forth. No, it's a he. No, it's a she. It was confirmed as a he. Whatever. It's been portrayed as a she in the anime, so that's what I feel like. But anyways, I wouldn't necessarily call him a bitch. I wouldn't say, oh, he's a fucking pussy, he's a bitch, something like that. He knows what true power is, and he felt it, and he was fucking petrified. And he's like, how are these two little kids going through it? And you could kind of see that he really does have some sort of emotion for Palm, because he felt bad that she's in there when she at this point doesn't necessarily need to be in there, because she was a fail-safe plan. So you can kind of see like a little relations there going on, where it's kind of like he feels for her, and he's kind of like feeling bad, like, oh shit, I left her there. I could possibly see him going back in there, because he just feels so bad that Palma's in the freaking kingdom with this crazy power that he felt. And at the same time, he's kind of like, I can't go back there, but that's what a lot of brave men say, and they eventually man up, and they're like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go in there and rescue my bitch. So, I don't know, I can see some shit going down. I hope, and I really hope Palm doesn't fucking get killed out of all this, because, like, that character, come on, it's Palm. Really? Do you really want to see her die? So it was, like, good foreshadowing there at the power. Good advance a little bit regarding him setting up the exits or entrances, whatever, pretty much into the kingdom. So that was, like, good stuff there as well. And then we also got the advancement that Palm actually made it to the kingdom. Unfortunately, she didn't really necessarily need to be there, I don't think, because, again, she was a fail-safe plan. So it's kind of, like, fucked at this point. But going back to the whole Knob situation, it was just, like, ridiculously scary of, like, he was just so petrified, even killing that one ant and having to try to get rid of the evidence with the blood and everything. It was just like, they did that moment very well. I don't read the manga, so I can't tell you how the manga did it, but I highly doubt the manga did that moment as well as what the anime did, because it really felt in like, this is a very dangerous situation, and you really felt that Knob was fucking truly petrified. And we also got set up for Leol and Morel to go at it. I think Morel is gonna fucking put this crusty ass in his place. It's like, dog, you ain't a king. You will never be king status. As far as I'm concerned, like, yo, you're just some crusty-ass lion. You're not even a pussycat. You're just a pussy at this point, bro. Just sit down. Morel's gonna fucking handle you. At the end of the day, you're in the fucking palm of his hand right now. I mean, come on, keep it real. He's a fucking novice. Get it? Palm of his hand, novice. Yeah, insert the bad joke drum roll there, right there. Right there. Overall episode, as far as emotion-wise, it definitely delivered. They did that scene brilliantly. But as far as, like, progression, it didn't really progress much. In all honesty, all it did was really Knob set up the checkpoints and Palm infiltrated the palace. But aside from that, it was not that big of an advancement. So it was a good episode nonetheless, but it wasn't like, you know, on that top tier level that we've had in previous weeks with the progression, the development and everything. It was mainly foreshadowing and setting up, you know, small setups for the future. So I'm gonna give this one 7.5 out of 10. It was a good episode, and that Knob moment just stood out completely for me. It was just like, brilliantly done. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, you think Palm is gonna make it out of there alive? Do you think, like, I don't even know at this point, because I saw the preview and it looked like she actually does the old man, which if she does, Palm, how could you? How could you soil yourself by doing that crusty old motherfucker? Do you think she's gonna make it out of there though? And also, do you feel like Nah was smart to feel that way, or do you feel like nah, he was just straight pussy in that moment? For me, I feel like, yeah, I would feel that way too if I knew what true power was. Just your overall thoughts of the episode. Again, I thought it was pretty freaking good. Wasn't great or anything, but it was good setups and good foreshadowing for what's to come. A bit sad though I didn't get any other Booger Girl or Goongi. I mean, I love me some fucking Goongi, man. That's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you felt that Nav moment like I did, because it was like, oh, that voice actor did fucking incredible job. For that world, and as always, people, have an awesome day.